What's up grinders, I am Hazard and this is Gems of War. It's Borderlands week and I thought this could be a great opportunity to talk about a very specific Borderlands combo of Rope Dart and Ubastet. Rope Dart is available to craft in the Soul Forge, and if you for some reason don't have this weapon yet, you should absolutely craft it, assuming you have the needed ingredients, of course. We have seen Borderlands as the weekly kingdom a lot lately, and it might very well be that it will take a while before the weapon is available to craft again. So don't sleep on Rope Dart. Ubastet on the other hand is available and can be attained with event keys, if you're lucky enough, that is. Thin chances, but I suppose that's the best you can do right now, as unfortunately Ubastet has already appeared in the current Soul Forge rotation, which still lasts for about couple of months before it resets again. Right, but here comes the team info, so if you wanna jump straight to the gameplay action, feel free to use the timestamps in the video timeline. This setup actually has very good synergy and different mechanics included, so I don't actually know where to start to break this down clearly enough, but I suppose we go with Ubastet as he is the star of the show. I want to mention that this is kind of a riposte. I used a bunch of different Ubastet teams in episode 39 of this E12 series, but I didn't use Rope Dart though, and frankly I think Ubastet pairs best with Rope Dart. It's very lethal combo. Okay, so Ubastet, he deals magic plus 2 damage to 2 weakest enemies, and the damage is boosted by all ally and enemy attack combined. The boost ratio is 6 to 1 though, which isn't exactly awesome, and it's safe to say Ubastet alone isn't gonna work that well. So in order to get those lethal shots in, we have to bring at least a single enemy HP down to Ubastet kill range, and this is where Rope Dart comes into play. The weapon eliminates all armor from an enemy and deals magic plus 3 damage to them, and then boosts them to the first position. But it doesn't end there, my friend. If we take a look at the weapon upgrades, we will see that it has very fitting upgrades. Mighty gives you 2 attack, which adds up to Ubastet spells. Tangling entangles the enemy, who we have just pulled up top, so it adds safety from enemy skull pokes. Solar destroys 3 random red gems, which is good to remember in case if your Merit or Ubastet is a few mana points short. Casting the weapon will fill them up, assuming the board has some red gems, of course. And the biggest selling point with Rope Dart is very much the quick upgrade, aka gain extra turn after cast. Excuse me, unless you are frozen, of course. Then no extra turns for you, young warrior. But yeah, so if your global stats are high enough, the armor rip and damage from the weapon and the combined attack from all the troops involved in the fight is usually enough that the targeted troops becomes weak enough, and Ubastet's cast will kill them, and then the next weakest enemy is playing gone as well. You know, just like that. At this point we take a look at Ubastet traits. First trait isn't worth mentioning, but the second trait is actually very good. Summon a firestorm when an enemy dies. Now, this trait here makes it possible that your hero can use any class. Once you get the first kill in, summoned firestorm will speed up the process quite heavily actually. Today we are using Sunspear for multiple reasons, but you can literally use any class with this team in my opinion. The third trait isn't anything super special, but it adds up some magic and attack to Ubastet and to your hero, who happens to be Raksha troop type as well, because of the Sunspear class. So yeah, the reason why we are using Sunspear hero is mostly because of the constant firestorm, but the first trait is nice too and adds another couple attack points as well, and the talent tree offers quite a lot of fitting talents to pick up You can either pick Felin Fury or Snap Freeze, but I prefer Snap Freeze as that usually helps getting your turn back faster. Insulated is nice. Root Trap is great and protects you at the start of the fight. Gift of Fire gives magic to Merilith and Ubastet. Firebringer is very great, adds more mana from red gem matches, and last level 100 talent I have Fireblade set, even though there is no perm mechanic in this build. It's all the same really, as the rest of the level 100 talents don't offer anything at all for this build. Right, so yeah, let's take a quick look at our mana generator Merilith, who adds another layer of synergy here too. She is used mostly to just generate mana for the crew, as she destroys your magic plus 3 gems on the board, but she will also deal 6 true damage to all enemies every time you cast her, which helps to bring the enemies closer to kill range. And she also gains 6 attack on every cast, and that helps to buff up Ubastet's spell damage too. You know, these traits are great too. All allies would gain 2 attack if you use this team in PvP. She gets bonus red mana, and with this trait and the Sunspear Firebringer talent combined makes us to gain +2 from red gem matches. That means that if you use an Animetal to get 20% start at the start of the fight, then if you match a red 3 gem match and you mana search it, Merilith will be full of mana. The third trait gains 1 attack when taking damage too, and this is why we use her up top in this build. But of course you can use Rope Dart up too, if you like it that way. But in case bad start happens, I rather lose Merilith than Rope Dart, so I have set it this way. I wonder if I covered all the different mechanics already. I didn't, because Leprechaun, even though as he is used solely just to get teams going, he does have that nature link, which helps to get and keep Merilith going. I think this is where the jargon ends and we finally can go and test this team in an actual fight. By the way, I'm using double Nisha and an Animetal to have more spell damage and to be able to destroy more gems with Merilith. Right off the bat we can start with these and get Merilith up and start the spamming. Target the already entangled troop with Rope Dart so that we have more combined attack, and then just enjoy that quick upgrade and do an Ubastet cast. We will deal 166 total damage, which is plenty to get those little shots in there. Spam Merilith, cast Rope Dart, cast Ubastet, and done. Look at that. Very effective, very speedy, pretty safe as well, and pretty fun too, I think. Take extra turns, spam Merilith, Rope Dart cast, Ubastet cast, 2 enemies gone. Rope Dart, Ubastet, and done. 27 seconds of that length of that battle. At this point I would like to say that if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. That makes me always happy to see a new subscriber. And hey, press that like button too, that helps too. Rope Dart, Ubastet, Merilith or Leprechaun, whoever you prefer. Rope Dart, and it's enough to kill. Very nice team. I like this a lot, personally. We're getting lots of extra turns at the start of the fight today. Rope Dart, the already entangled troops. Ubastet cast Spam Merit. Enjoy the Firestorm, the constant Firestorm from Sunspear. But again, you can use any class because Ubastet second trait. Let's take mini boss out of the way. No extra turns, I don't see any. Little bit unlucky getting Merlin up, but this will help. We do that and that too. And spam Merlin. Rope Dart and Ubastet, and look at that combo. Now we are going to entangle him, this Shadow Dragon. Because if we targeted this, it could very well be that he would be dead. And then Ubastet wouldn't be able to kill the last enemy. But this way it works. And here, let's take a look. Champion of Guard. This Wanker has 60% skull damage reduction and 50% spell damage reduction. So we have to do some work here. But I think if we, as he is up top there, we could just do some. Let's do that. He is now the weakest enemy. So if we bring you up top and then cast Ubastet, I think you will be gone too. Yep, easy build. And one final blow. There. Nice and speedy, the way we like it, right? Let's see what we get from the chest. And we get trash, like we always do. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, because tomorrow is a Mythic Friday, and hopefully if I have time I'm going to show you a team with the new Mythic. Peace!